Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making it. My name is Anya Braun, and on my channel we talk about Black businesses, artists, entertainment, and information. And today we have a lovely, lovely review of the AntiMLM documentary, Welcome to Life. Now this is very interesting. It's a documentary that this company tried to get banned many times in the United States, and we're gonna basically just hop right into all the issues that are here. And I mean, we could be here for days, honestly, because when you see what I have to show you, you're gonna be like, oh, that was randomly racist. So that's what we're gonna be getting into. I've got this plant here. I moved it over. It's a fake plant because this is the only place where I can film, because it's the only place where I can put I have like a mirror on my bed behind here so that I can see, because also my cat, we love him, but he knocked down my stand that I used to record on and it broke, so now it only goes this high. So we're just basically in like a weird like kind of moment vibe, and it looks a little plain. There's a picture that I painted right up here, but of course you can't see it. And you can only see this little blanket a little bit, anime chair. So I brought this, I don't know, long story short, I brought over this faux bamboo because I thought it'd be like a little, you know, something extra in the background, a little something fun. Leave a comment, let me know if you think it's stupid or not. And yeah, maybe that leads me right into, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel to see more of my lovely face, more of my lovely content, and if you're not anti-Black. Yeah. So that's my vibe. We're gonna get into it. Maybe if we get enough subscribers. I say this every single time, you know, I'm recording on my phone, I edit on my phone. It's extremely difficult, and I like legitimately don't know how many videos I can do like this. Like, it's just not very sustainable. So yeah, subscribe. And then maybe we can get like some real actual quality production here. That would be lovely. Anyway, let's jump right into the video. If you want to follow me on Instagram, see this beautiful body, I'm at Anya Braun Beauty on Instagram. And yeah, that's it. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so spoilers. This documentary is about Amway. So this documentary, entitled Welcome to Life, it was a comment suggestion by one of these subscribers. So thank you so much for that. I love it. That is like, thank you, because now we're going to get into the tea and it's going to be juicy for everyone. It's amazing. So thank you for that person that left that comment. And if you have any other ideas for any other scam videos, just anything that Black people should know about, anything that targets minorities in a negative way, negatively impacting their life, send it my way and I'll be sure to expose it. So Welcome to Life. This is a documentary made by Hendrik, let me see, can I say this right? Henryk Doku. I feel like that's right. In Poland in 1997. It is about the MLM Amway. If you don't know Amway, commonly referred to as scamway, a very long-running MLM, very, has a significant presence in political lobbying. Let's just say that. So Amway was founded in 1959 by J. Van Andel, and Rich DeVos. Is that ringing any bells for you? Is that ringing any bells? Rich DeVos. Yes, that DeVos, i.e. Trump administration DeVos. So I've written down all of my notes, including timestamps, and I'll have a link down below of where you can go watch it. This video all is in, what do Polish people speak? Why is that actually such a good question? It's in Dutch. It's in Dutch. I'll have to fact check that, and I guess I'll put it down. I think it's in Dutch. I don't know, it's not in English. So anyway, the English is like dubbed over. And if you don't know already, it's extremely hard for me to like pay attention to, why am I reading TV? Why am I reading TV? I can't. So this was in general very hard, not only because of the just scammy content that we're already used to seeing. It was like seeing a WFAB Zoom call, but like times a country and times all these old white men in Poland in 1997, right? I wish that I could have, you know, like my live reaction or whatever, but instead I'm gonna include the timestamps because, like I said, I don't know how to do that. So they started off basically by saying, like, this guy, he's heard stories about people after leaving the MLM, drain their life savings, they end up in a mental hospital, like crazy shit. Definite cult-like effects on people's psyche and also their like actual physical belongings. He says he himself became an embarrassment. And this is the thing that I would like to point out. Just when we scratch the surface, if this was 1997 in Poland and people are still in all kinds of MLMs today, it was already embarrassing then. Girl, you look a mess. You look a mess. It was embarrassing for people to try and recruit their friends and family in 1997, and it's embarrassing now. You need to stop. Now, we cut scene. We're on this stage with one of the leaders who's bringing Amway, scamway into Poland. Their bright idea, launch in a new country. Perfect. Here's where I really get my blood boiling first thing off the bat. And this, honestly, this whole situation, this whole movie review might have to be a part 1 and part 2. I might do like a Wednesday, Friday situation because I'm about to dive deep into this bitch, okay? So we see a leader on stage, right? And I wrote down this quote. They are referencing the Jonestown Massacre, okay? The Jonestown Massacre. Quote, if he could find 950 people who wanted to kill themselves, do you think you could find 3 people in all of Poland who want to make some money? I'm gonna lose it, first of all, because here's a little bit of background information that is so incredibly, like, we are right off the bat coming into like, hello, I am a scam. I'm taking advantage of people and I want your life. Like, give it to me now. A little bit of background information. Jen from Fundy Fridays has a really great video on it. I definitely suggest checking it out. It will be linked down below. But a common misconception is that the Jonestown Massacre was a voluntary suicide in this group of people. But if you know anything about cults, cult-like behavior, undue influence is a real thing. And not only that, it is just false. These people were not voluntarily drinking the Kool-Aid. They were at gunpoint. They were told that they were able to leave and they were lied to. They were held at gunpoint and their options were drink the poison or get shot. Now there is record of one person, I believe it's a man, who got shot and still managed to escape. And basically just has to live with the fact that his friends and family and everything that he tied into this cult ruined his life and killed a bunch of children. It's really bad. So the thing that I want you, namely, to understand here is that this MLM rep for Amway, in an effort to get people, specifically vulnerable people, and in this documentary, there are not many minorities at all, but like I say all the time, that minorities are more susceptible to being taken advantage of in this way because of the way that financial desperation wreaks havoc on your ability to make like an actual sound cognitive decision. And same thing for people who are poor, even if they're white. Acts of financial desperation will almost always be like people who are easily targeted, for people who like if you're going to sell them a get rich quick scheme, that person would need to get rich quick, right? So anyway, we go back to the comparison to Jonestown, which I fucking hate. Okay, I fucking hate it because it was not a mass suicide attempt. He didn't find 950 people who wanted to kill themselves. He murdered them. Murder. And as another slight aside about Jonestown, because of the nature of my channel, I would like to mention the other common misconception that places like Jonestown and just general cults in general are seen as like white hippies who are feeling the love and they've got all these sex cults, and then it's like, oh, sometimes that's bad. Oh, that's not good. But that's not what happened here either. Jonestown was formed by a white man named Jim Jones, who used his preaching abilities to manipulate huge groups of disadvantaged people against capitalism and the oppressive forces that disproportionately affect minorities more. The people of Jonestown were not just white hippies who wanted to be like naked and have sex. They were people of color. There was a white man preaching against capitalism, the system that oppresses people of color, specifically black people, and sold them the dream that he had the answer. And then what did he do? He made sure to take their lives, took their money, used it for himself, and then took their lives. He used their systemic misfortune against them in order to take their money, their free will, and like I said, their fucking lives, bitch. It is so incredibly telling that the speaker for Amway, a multi-level marketing company, would encourage participants to emulate this clearly harmful behavior. Can't say I'm surprised. So timestamp, we skip now to 10:15, 10 minutes and 15 seconds in. Now we're at basically an opportunity call, right? But it's a meeting because that's a pretty popular thing. I mean, it's the 90s, girl. You can't be texting. So this is what my notes say. Woman talks about life playing games, and she relates because she lost her husband and felt like she had no reason to live. Until her friend calls her, who knew what condition she was in, and asked her if she wanted to join Amway. Are you fucking kidding me? So the story with this woman is that she was grieving her dead husband. She's a widow. Her husband no longer here. May he rest his Poland soul. And yet, someone saw that she was, first of all, you're talking about woman in the 90s, woman who obviously grew up in the 70s, 80s, who it would not be, it would be likely, you know, that there is a heavy tone of misogyny here, a reliance on men, especially when it comes to providing and having jobs. Like, that's what the patriarchy assigned y'all. And now you can't even do it because now you're dead. Like, that's rude. So anyway, I'm sure she's like, oh, I'm fucked. Like, now I have to get a job, or now I have to work even harder at a job, or I have to get 2 jobs, or just anything, because now you're like, what am I going to do? You're already sad because your fucking husband died. Now you're like, what are we going to do financially? She may have kids. We don't know. She's a wreck. She's a literal wreck. And when we say that MLMs prey on vulnerable people, this is exactly what we're talking about. And so it is crazy to me that we can see this pattern happen over and over and over again. And yet we'll still have people on their Instagram stories saying, I don't prey on people. I don't prey on new moms. I don't prey on this, that, and the other thing. I don't prey on people who have a poor financial situation, even though that is literally exactly what's happening. Also, let a bitch try and come to me the week my husband dies and ask me to join her fucking pyramid scheme. I wish one of you bitches would. I wish one of you bitches would. And she's like, oh, well, that was such a good friend because they know that I needed this. You were taken advantage of. You're a victim. They took your money at the time in which they thought you would most easily give it up. That's the problem. I'm going to lose it. As you can tell, I'm kind of up to here today. I've already been cursing out racist on the internet. So like, I'm not in the right space. This is not the right space to come here with that. So anyway, it's sad fishing at its finest. This is like vintage sad fishing, right? Skip ahead again to 12:24 timestamp. They say, quote, not like normal people, all sad, but you know, they were all happy. This is in reference to opportunity call where they say, oh my gosh, like, why is everyone in this one particular group? They're not like normal people, because normal people are sad. They have to make the baseline of being outside of the group lower than the quality of life that most people want to have. And then the baseline of the quality of life of people inside of the group, oh, much more extravagant, exuberant, beautiful. She's a model. She looks like Linda Evangelista, like all because she's in Amway. It's crazy. So I thought that was very interesting to be like, oh, you know, normal people, you know, those normal people who hate their husbands, hate their wives, hate their stupid fucking ugly kids, hate their jobs, hate everyone at their jobs. They hate not being at work. They hate working. They hate cleaning. They hate everything. Don't you just hate everything? Don't you just want to be happy? Don't you just want to join my pyramid scheme? Skip ahead again. 14:28 timestamp. Dream boards. This is such a good one. And my notes here say rebranding manifestation since the 1990s, because that's exactly what's happening. We're seeing a surge. I mean, whatever's popular in the general public will become popular for scammers because duh. So I just thought that was so interesting that they were like, here's your dream board. You need to make one. you know, cut out your little magazine. What do you want to put on it? And essentially pushing the modern day manifestation, the modern day spirituality in the same way that the Huns do on Instagram Live now. The exact same way. Don't you want to manifest the life of your dreams? Does it include paying a monthly fee of $300 to a company that hates you? Perfect. Next. 1753. I'm looking over here for the time. 1753 timestamp. Quote, poverty is a state of consciousness. I said it's giving broke mindset. Because have we not heard that before? Have we not heard that before? Well, your mindset is broke. You've got a broke mindset, and that's why you're poor. You've got a broke mindset. Did you know that? Did you know that? It doesn't matter if you're systemically disadvantaged, or better yet, systemically taken advantage of, because it's your mindset. If you just thought harder and gave me your money, then you could have the life of your dreams. Like, what's not clicking? Ooh, okay, this is such a good point. I'll leave it. This is such a good point that I wrote here, because I was saying how they're using things like law of attraction, manifestation, the dream boards, etc., etc. And a key point here, they are giving these concepts something that does not yet exist, which is a name, a face, a plan. And I would love to, we're going to dive into this right now, because I think that's a huge part. Okay, I personally believe in manifestation. Obviously, you have to actually do like work. Like, you got to like do shit. But I do believe that, you know, like the words that you tell yourself, whether you believe that you can do something or not, I believe that those are big factors in you actually being able to fulfill those. And the one thing I've seen, you know, multiple different forms of manifestation, and like, oh, this is made for you, journaling, 369, we're doing the whole thing, right? And the thing that you're supposed to do, right? If you like have something that you want to manifest, if you want to manifest a fucking purple socks with like fucking, I don't know, orange ribbons on them, and like you have that visual in your mind, and like you don't know when it's gonna come, you don't know what's gonna happen, how is it gonna get to you, like you don't know. And that's the part about manifestation. Once you have thought about it, once you have felt how you will feel once you've accomplished it, then you're supposed to let it go. No longer think about it. It's gone, right? Like you send it out, the vibes are done. You don't keep ordering shit, the same thing on Amazon, until that shit shows up at your door. You already ordered it. It's coming. Just calm down. And yet, this is what I think is so interesting. The way that they're able to kind of capitalize off of this is because they are telling you, like, the one thing that's missing out of manifestation is, well, how am I going to get my dreams? You say I'm going to get them. If I picture them, I feel them, I know they're coming. How? You know, in what form? What will it look like? What will the name be? What will the plan be? Tell me what to do. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're just giving a fake face to this concept that could actually help you, because that's why it's a concept. It's not it's not concrete evidence. That's what makes it a concept. It's the fact that there is no overarching way. And that is really hard for people to understand. It's really hard for the human brain to understand and believe in something that cannot be compartmentalized, that can't be logical, that they can't make sense of. Humans want to make sense of things. So if you give them all the same exact concepts as a thing that is real, and this is what they mean by, like, you know, a little bit of truth sprinkled in bullshit. You give them something that is real, or a concept that they can believe in, a concept that many people believe in, and then you apply your business as that how, as that what. And then they say it's easier for them to understand and to say, oh, okay, if I want to have the life of my dreams, then you're telling me this is exactly what I need to do. And that's what people want. People want a list. They want to see something logical. So they're taking a concept of spirituality and promoting it as a pyramid scheme. I mean, it's not great overall, but I guess it's like evilly genius? Evilly? Is that even a word? I guess it's like evil genius. I don't even know. Next point, we have the classic names list. I mean, this is like a tale as old as MLM time. You make a names list of every single person that you ever come in contact with, and then you try and pitch them your pyramid scheme. And then when none of those people join, that's when you move on to your cold market, and that's when you start to send the hey girl messages. But can we take a second to acknowledge the fact that this man literally told him to recruit his doctor? Your doctor? He's literally like, recruit the nurses in the hospital that work there when you were admitted. Do not recruit people at their job. Do not recruit people at their job. Don't recruit your doctor. The nurses at the hospital don't want to buy your MLM company products. Next timestamp 2324. Encouraging people to omit the truth by not explaining in detail and leaving out key points. Points that will get them interested or included, and any points that would cause further question or concern. Just don't tell them. Just don't tell them. Lie. This foundation is based on lying. And here we can see the woman teaching quote unquote appropriate lies to this new recruit. And I wonder, like, does any other company have to do this much damage control? Because you should be able to say the name of your company. Like, even if you say the word Amazon, we can all say it, right? People may have feelings about it, like, oh, fuck Jeff Bezos. Okay, sure. But it's not like the feeling is so strong. The feeling is so connected to the name of the company. Like, most of these people in MLMs, you won't be able to find their company name on their Instagram, on whatever it is that they're using to pitch to you. They're leaving out the name, because if you hear the name Monat, you're like, oh, you think about hair falling out, right? Like, if you hear Amway, you think about documentaries getting banned in the United States, political lobbying. There's literally no redeeming qualities. At least if you say, fuck Jeff Bezos, he's got slave labor and I fucking hate him. That's all fair. But, like, people know that, and people also know that, like, you don't have to recruit anyone to be an Amazon. Like, it's not like it's not like it's good. It's not like, oh yay, everything's peaches and cream over at Amazon. But there's at least a little bit of a mixed bag. Like, it's not only terrible stuff. It's not people having only terrible experiences, even if the way that it's, like, structured and manufactured isn't necessarily ethical. The general public, when you think of Amazon, you think about getting what you want and getting it fast. Now, there's no way we can, if we just think about it for more than 2 seconds, that can happen ethically and sustainably. But most people are willing to overlook that for convenience, right? So that's the thing. Like, when you think about Amazon, you might be thinking about slave labor, but you also might be thinking about convenience. When you're thinking about Amway, you're only thinking about losing your money, your job, your life savings, ending up in a mental hospital. So, yeah, it shouldn't matter. You should be able to say the name of your company loud and proud. Loud and proud. Because what's the prob? I'm going to just pause right here. Okay. I'm going to pause. And I don't know, at editing me, at what point I will want to make this a part 2. I don't know. But I'm pausing right before, like, some of the juiciest parts. Girl, when I show you this screenshot, you're going to lose your mind. You're going to lose your mind. I said, what did this have to do with us? What did this have to do with us? I mean, of course I'm going to make it about race, but also, like, you just forced it onto us like this? So anyway, it's going to be so juicy. Give it like 2 more days for me to get the second half of this video out. And I'm going to stop it right here. Make sure that you watch the second part. Give this video a thumbs up if you're excited about it. Leave a comment down below if you have any other anti-MLM content, any other things that you would like me to know about, check out, etc., etc. And yeah, that is going to be it for today's video. Make sure that you're subscribed so we can love each other. I don't know what that was, but it would be pretty tight. Anyway, have a great day, have a great life, do what it is that you do, and follow me for more. Bye!